The competition is fierce as Redland challenges Elizabethtown. Don't miss a moment of the action on WGAL8 Brainbusters.
From Studio B, this is WGAL8 Brainbusters. Now, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hi everyone, and welcome to another thrilling matchup, Brainbusters. We are at the quarterfinals, a pivotal moment in the competition. Only 6 teams are left, and the winning team today will advance to the semifinals and join Penn Manor and Lancaster Mennonite with a guaranteed $1,000 prize package from WGAL8 Brainbusters. Well, good luck to Redland and Elizabethtown in this high-stakes match. Before we kick off our opening round, of course, let's take a moment to meet our fantastic teams. So first, from Redland High School, it's a pleasure to welcome back Zach. Zach is a sophomore. The captain is Drew. He's a senior. And LJ is the third player. He is a senior. And we have Liv. She is between Zach and Drew, and she is the team's alternate. But I want to give a shout out to Liam, Andon, and Ben and Tyler, who are also on the team and are unable to be with us today. And finally, we have Mr. Jason Jones. He is the biology teacher and coach of the Redland High School Brainbusters team. Welcome back, Redland High School, to the Brainbusters stage. And now let's once again meet the team from Elizabeth Area High School. First, we welcome Owen. He is a senior. Then we have the captain, Liam. He is also a senior. And Sienna. She is a junior. And next to Sienna is Mr. Timothy Spiegel. He is a social studies teacher and specifically teaches advanced placement macroeconomics. So we welcome back the Elizabethtown area high school team. And now, teams, you know how to play. You know how to win. Pick up those signaling buttons. Let's get to work now with today's opening round. We, of course, have 10-point questions. No penalty for an incorrect response. 10 points for a correct answer. In 2024, it celebrated 30 years since Austria, Finland, and Sweden joined the organization. Drew?
NATO.
Oh, no, sorry, in 1994. What is celebrating 30 years, Elizabethtown? Liam?
The European Union.
The European Union is correct. When Constantine founded it, he called it Constantinople. What do we call this 1,700-year-old? Zach?
Istanbul.
Istanbul. We call this 1,700-year-old Turkish city today. His followers called him Abdul Amar, the father of the struggle. Who was the leader of the Palestine Liberation Organization? Liam?
Yasser Arafat.
He's the one for another 10 points. Those new $20 bills you may be carrying around are made by the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, a branch of this cabinet department. Which department, Drew?
The Treasury Department.
The Treasury Department. You are correct for 10 points. It is the only known moon in our solar system without a name. Which moon is it? Liam?
Ours.
Ours, the Earth's moon. You are correct. U.S. voters in 1952 wore badges that said, "I like Ike." Who was Ike, Drew?
Dwight Eisenhower.
He's the one, and he won the election. Of course, Louisiana is one of the 2 U.S. states with land below sea level. What is the other? Zach?
California.
California, Death Valley to be exact. Ferns and fir trees have it. Fungi don't. What is this green pigment that makes photosynthesis, Liam?
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll makes photosynthesis possible. Yes, it's all done with mirrors and a laser. The result, a 3-dimensional image formed by the interference of light beams. What is this technique, Liam?
Hologram.
Hologram or holography. You are correct for 10 points. There are 12 inches in a foot and 144 square inches in a square foot. So how many cubic inches are there in a cubic foot? It's 12 times 12 times 12. It would be 1728. It's something you might have in the top of your mind. Its motto is from sea to sea, from the Atlantic to the Pacific Oceans, that is. Liam?
Canada.
Canada is the country whose motto it is. Yes, the U.S. business-focused daily newspaper has a circulation of about 2.6 million copies. Liam?
Wall Street Journal.
The Wall Street Journal is published 6 days a week by Dow Jones and Company. Good anticipation. 5 elements on the periodic table have only 4 letters in their names. Iron, zinc, gold, lead, and... sorry, incorrect. What inert gas, Redland? Zach?
Neon.
Neon is correct. She died 62 years ago on August 5th, 1962. Who was this model and actress, star of Gentlemen? Drew.
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe. Gentlemen prefer bombs, bus stop, and some like it hot. Good for you. In Greek mythology, when Pandora opened the chest and let loose all the evils that afflict us, only one thing remained. What was it, Liam?
Hope.
It was hope, yes. It's the sum of all valence numbers in any chemical compound. What is it, Owen?
8.
Oh, no, sorry. Sorry. What is it? Do you have any idea, Redland? We stumped you on 0, otherwise it wouldn't be a compound. In 1455, there were only 200 in print. 570 years later, more than 5 billion copies have been printed. Drew.
The Bible.
The Bible is this best-selling book. Yes, it was the case that laid down the separate but equal doctrine. Drew.
Plessy versus Ferguson.
Plessy versus Ferguson overturned the Brown versus Board of Education in 1954. Good anticipation. An assassination has been described as a desperate attempt to change history. Who was assassinated October 6th, 1981? Liam.
RFK.
No, sorry. In Cairo, Egypt. Oh, we stumped you on Anwar Sadat. Sorry, Liam. It's a basic scientific instrument that can detect and analyze various wavelengths of light produced by different elements. Sienna.
Spectrometer?
A spectrometer, yes, good for you. He introduced the terms introversion, archetype, and collective unconscious into the psychological vocabulary. Who? Zach?
Freud?
No, not he, sorry. Who was the Swiss student of Sigmund Freud, Elizabethtown? We stumped you on Carl Jung. This extravagant style of art and architecture dominated Europe for most of the 17th century. What style was it? Drew.
Baroque.
It was Baroque for another 10 points. You are correct. They originate from the sun, from supernovas, even black holes. We're not sure exactly where they come from. What are these extraterrestrial ionizing particles that stream into our atmosphere and travel across the universe? Zach?
Neutrinos?
Nope, sorry. They're called cosmic rays. He was a legendary artist and inventor. Who was the mythical Greek inventor who built wings for himself and his son Icarus? That was Daedalus. Wow. That sound took us to the end of our opening round. We have already seen demonstrated some fantastic knowledge and teamwork. 90-90. It's a tie game. As we head into our one-on-one rapid fire and 60-second team lightning rounds. The excitement continues on WGAL8 Brainbusters after this.
WGAL8 Brainbusters will return after this. The final 4 teams in the WGAL8 Brainbusters tournament will win cash grants. The 3rd and 4th place teams will receive $1,000 each. The 2nd place team will receive $3,000. And the WGAL8 Brainbusters champions will receive $5,000 in grant money. Now, back to your host, Rich Rosen.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to a fantastic competition between Redland and Elizabethtown. We have a tie score as we head into our next round. Now, these students are smart. They are bright. They have great teachers. You're going to see what I mean in just a moment. It's now time for today's one-on-one rapid fire, where we pit our individual players against each other. So first, let's say hello to Zach. Zach, welcome back. You've done very well over the last few games here on Brainbusters, and certainly today. But we wanted to ask in this round, what teacher might stand out to you as having the most impact on you so far in your education?
So, especially in my high school career, the most influential teacher I've had is Dr. Joanne Martin. She was my 9th grade English teacher. When I was taking her class, I found it to be rather difficult, but looking back on it and seeing how much I've improved with my writing and my reading comprehension, I can truly see how far I've grown and how she's laid a good hand on my English life.
Well, a good shout out to Dr. Martin, helping you find confidence in yourself. That's such a valuable lesson, no doubt. And Owen, what about you? What teacher stands out to you as having impact on you?
I would go with probably my high school orchestra director, who his name is Mr. Winey. I've been studying with him for 6 years now, and he's done a lot of things. He's been a great music director, and he's also done a lot to encourage me in studying music on my own time and potentially pursuing it in the future, so I've appreciated that.
Good. Really inspiring you in a positive way. That's what teaching is all about. Good for you. Owen and Zach, let's put you two one-on-one. Iophobia, that's AIBOHPHOBIA, is the fear of words that are spelled the same backwards in 4 words. Zach?
Palindromes?
They're all palindromes, are such words called, for 10 points. The jungle and native son are both set in Chicago. In what Irish city is most of James Joyce's Ulysses set? Zach again.
Dublin?
In Dublin, you are correct again. And finally, Super Bowl 22, for example, was held in 1988, which mixed up because with Super Bowl 2022. So that's why we do use Roman numerals to avoid the issue completely. So the Eagles won Super Bowl 59. What is that in Roman numerals? Zach?
LIX.
LIX. You are correct. You dominated all 3 of those questions, helping your team enormously, giving you a 30-point lead of 120-90. Now let's meet our 2 captains. First, we'll say hello to Drew, senior from Redland. Great to have you back. Thanks for participating with us. What teacher has had impact on you that you would like to share with us?
So one teacher that's had a lot of impact on me is Mr. Kerstetter. He taught me both world history and both macro and microeconomics, and he makes class very interesting and engaging by being really passionate about what he's teaching while also just being really solid and available to provide a lot of information and help. And he's really just fun and nice to talk to. So we've had some good talks, and I've learned a lot in his classes.
We've all had teachers like that. It's amazing how a teacher can really make a difference. Liam, what about you? You've had many teachers over your 12 years.
Very early in my educational career, my kindergarten teacher, Miss Moyer, on the first ever day of school, I walked up to her and I said, "Miss Moyer, I can spell tree." And she said, "Oh." And I said, "CHREE." And she said, "No." So now I know that.
Well, it's amazing how a teacher can shape who you are and who you become. Liam and Drew, it's a great story. Liam and Drew, let's put you 2 one-on-one. Here's a question about first words in history. The first word of the Gettysburg Address, of course, is for. The first word of the Declaration of Independence is when. What was the first word spoken on the moon? Drew.
1.
Nope, sorry, incorrect. Liam. Liam?
This?
Nope, sorry. Houston. Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. First word was Houston. The subject of this question is 20th century leaders. FDR became president in 1933. Hitler became Führer in 1934. Who became president of China in 1928? Liam.
Chiang Kai-shek.
He's the one, yes, for 10 points. Good for you. Scores of 120 to 100. Now we're going to meet our 3rd players in today's competition. So first, we'll head up. Oh, no, we do have one more question for you. I am sorry. We have one more question for the captains, and I apologize. So Drew and Liam, stay with us because we have our 3rd question for you. It was the site of California's first state capital. It's Northern California's largest city by population. It's the 3rd largest city in California. It has the largest concentration of technology expertise in the world. Drew.
San Jose.
San Jose is the California city. Yes, thank you very much for understanding. 130 to 100. Now it's time to meet our 3rd players in today's competition. So first, LJ, welcome back. It's nice to have you here. What teacher has had the most impact on you so far in your career?
Yeah, I would probably say the gifted teacher at Redland, Mrs. Walters. She has been very helpful in my college search and the college application process and just overall preparing me for my future.
Well,
So
that's great that somebody's really special and has had impact on you, and especially that, how important that is to get into the right school. Sienna, what about you? What teacher has impacted you?
I've got to say my current AP Physics teacher, Mr. Cherry, who I also had in 9th grade General Science. I learned so much about birds with him. For some reason, he loves birds. Like, I learned about the tufted titmouse and the white-breasted nuthatch, and of course his favorite one, the pileated woodpecker. He loves birds, and I learned so much about them.
Well, it's interesting, and it's a great example of how much a teacher can impact you in such interesting and unique ways. Sienna and LJ, let's put you 2 one-on-one. We have 3 questions special for you. Some creatures do it naturally. Gardeners have been doing it for centuries. It has been done with a camel named Injaz, a dog named Snuppy, and a sheep named Dolly. What process, LJ?
Cloning?
Cloning is the process that produces genetically identical organisms. In 2024, co-founder and bassist Phil Lesh died at 84. He played for this band for his entire 30-year history and also co-wrote some of the band's most noteworthy songs, including Saint Stephen, Dark Star, Cumberland Blues, and Box of Rain. What band made Phil Lesh and Jerry Garcia famous? We stumped you on the Grateful Dead. And finally, on a Cartesian graph, every point in the plane is designated by a pair of numbers. What are those numbers called, Sienna?
Coordinates.
They are coordinates, the X and Y coordinates. 140 to 110. We have a great game going, but we're going to pick up the pace now and play today's 60-second Team Lightning round. So, Liam, your team is behind at this point, but only by 30 points. So you will select first among these three quizzes. We have Peas on the Plate, Silent Night, Primary Colors.
Are we getting peas on the plate? Peas on the plate, please.
Peas on the plate. Peas come in pods and in the beginning of each answer to this question. So for 10 points, please identify these people, places, and things that begin with P-E-A. Liam, I take your answer as the team's answer. Owen and Sienna are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. So good luck, and here we go. The male peafowl with brilliant blue and green
Peacock.
feathers. The peacock is the symbol of NBC. This cartoon strip by Charles Schulz began in
Peabody.
1950.
Oh, Peanuts.
Peanuts, sorry. Obama is the fourth president to win this Nobel Prize.
Peace Prize.
Peace Prize, yes. South Carolina grows more of these fruits than Georgia.
Peanuts. Peanuts.
No, peaches, sorry. The Japanese attacked this naval base on December
Pearl
7th.
Harbor.
Pearl Harbor, yes. This fossil form of coal is found in bogs.
Peat.
Peat is correct in physics. It's the highest peak reached by a variable current.
Pass.
That's peak. George Washington Carver made this legume
Peanut
famous.
butter.
No, just peanuts, sorry. He claimed to have reached the North Pole in 1909.
Pass.
Robert E. Peary. This gem is the result of secretions
Pearl.
of certain... Pearl is correct. Created in 1961, it sends American volunteers to foreign countries.
Peace Corps.
Peace Corps, yes. They are the principal labor force in primitive agriculture.
Pass.
Peasants. Bosc, Magnus, and Bartlett are all varieties of this fruit.
Pear.
Pear is correct. She's Hester Prynne's daughter in the
Pearl.
Scarlet Letter. Pearl is correct. This 1,000-mile-long river flows from British Columbia through British Columbia. It's the Peace River. So we had 8 correct. 80 points came your way. Redland, it's up to you. Silent Night and Primary Colors.
Let's do Silent Night.
The K in the word night, K-N-I-G-H-T, is silent. So for 10 points each, identify these other words whose first letter is also silent. Drew, I take your answer as the team's answer. Zach and LJ are ready to help you along. 60 seconds on the clock, which will begin after I finish reading the first question. So good luck to all three of you, and here we go. This book of the Old Testament is said to be the Song of
Psalms.
King David. You are correct. An African antelope with curved horns and a 3-letter name.
Pass.
New. An acute infection of the lungs that can be deadly.
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia, yes, they ruled Russia from the 16th to the
Tsar.
20th century. Tsar, yes, in the play by Sophocles, the king of Thebes marries the mother.
Pass.
Oedipus, it's the study of the mind, normal and abnormal.
Psychology.
That is correct. To grind your teeth or grind with your teeth.
Pass.
To gnaw, they were the flying reptiles of the Jurassic period.
Pterodactyl.
You are correct. To a Boy Scout, it can be bowline, half-hitch, or square.
Not.
A knot, yes. The composer of the ballet Swan Lake and Romeo and
Tchaikovsky.
Juliet.
Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky is correct. It's a phrase or other device to help you remember a list
Mnemonic.
of items. Mnemonic is correct. They can run down the center and sides of a church or theater.
Pass.
Aisles. This French phrase refers to appetizers served before a meal.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvre is correct. This branded metamorphic rock resembles granite. It's nice too.
Nice.
Nice is correct. A journalist is one, so are a novelist, a poet, and a playwright. That's a writer, W-R-I-T-E-R. 10 correct, so 100 points came your way. 240, little bit behind for Elizabethtown, but they're in there beautifully with 190, but everything can change as we head into our second half of the show with today's bonus, Brainbuster. Now, during our break, our teams will wager 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of technology. So we'll have the bonus Brainbuster and, of course, the all-important Final Frenzy when WGAL8 Brainbusters continues after these messages.
Watch all this season's episodes of WGAL8 Brainbusters anytime on WGAL.com. Our online home also includes our tournament schedule and a chance to learn more about the show and host Rich Rosen. Scan the QR code with your phone or go to WGAL.com and click on Brainbusters.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Studio B between Redland and Elizabethtown. During our break, we were teasing our students about not knowing about Grateful Dead. So I think they all know about Phil Les, Jerry Garcia, and Grateful Dead now. But now, let's get back into the game. 240 to 190. Elizabethtown has their work cut out for them, but they can do it beginning now with today's bonus Brainbuster. During our break, our teams wagered 0 to 25 points based on their knowledge of technology. We're going to head into the News 8 newsroom with Jerry Gish. He has today's question. Jerry.
Thanks, Rich. Now here's your bonus Brainbuster question. This form of artificial intelligence, based on machine learning algorithms, has gained attention for its ability to create realistic images, videos, and audio by mimicking human creation processes. What is the name of this technology, often discussed in the context of deep fakes? Again, this form of artificial intelligence based on machine learning algorithms has gained attention for its ability to create realistic images, videos, and audio by mimicking human creation processes. What is the name of this technology, often discussed in the context of deep fakes? Good luck with your answer. Now back to Studio B. Rich.
Jerry, thank you very much. Players, did we stump you on this? We're going to find out momentarily. Drew is consulting with his teams. Liam, you wrote your answer quite expeditiously. So Drew, we're going to wait for him to close his pen. I mean, of course, we all know you already. This is quite frightening, especially for celebrities and other public figures. Drew, will you kindly show us what you came up with? And that is generation. No, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. We're going to have to deduct 25 points from your score. Liam, is that a break for you? Generative AI is the correct response. We are adding 25 points to your score. Good for you. 215 to 215. It's a tie score as we head into today's final frenzy. Pick up those signaling buttons. We've got our work cut out for you. Henry David Thoreau, folk singer Pete Seeger, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and Matt Damon all attended this university and dropped out.
Harvard?
Harvard is the correct answer. The constellation Sagittarius represents the arrow. What does the constellation Sagittarius represent? LJ.
The Archer.
The Archer's correct for 20 points. Operation Desert Storm was the 1991 U.S. invasion of Iraq. What code name was given for Zach?
Operation Desert Shield.
No, sorry, I'm going to complete the question for Elizabethtown. What code name was given for the Battle of Normandy, the Allied invasion of Northern Europe that began on D-Day 1944, the 6th of June? Liam.
Market Garden.
No, sorry, it's Operation Overlord. While he was president, the Compromise of 1850 was passed, and California was admitted as a free state. Who was our 13th president, Drew?
Fillmore.
Fillmore, Millard Fillmore. The Khyber Pass connects Pakistan and Afghanistan. Which two European countries are connected by the Brenner Pass? We stumped you on Italy and Austria. It's the branch of mechanics that deals with the systems in equilibrium. That is in which all forces, Liam.
Statics.
Statics is correct. Vasily Kandinsky is generally regarded as the first artist to paint in this style, the style most associated with the 20th century. What is it? Drew.
Modernism.
Nope, sorry. Good guess, though. Sorry, Liam.
Abstract
It's
expressionism.
abstract. You are correct. A Parisian would call it the rive gauche. How would an American tourist translate it? Liam.
The Seine.
No, sorry, good, sorry, close. We stumped you on the left bank of the Seine River, so it's a left bank. You could call this kind of variable self-restrained, modest, or prudent. Actually, it has a finite set of values and is not continuous. What is this mathematical term? Liam.
Closed.
Nope. Good guess though, sorry. LJ.
A set.
No, it's discrete. Ulysses S. Grant and Robert E. Lee fought on the same side of this war from 1846 to 1848. Liam.
Mexican-American War.
You are correct. In the 40-year history of the NBA, only one player has scored more than 4,000 points. LJ.
LeBron James.
Not he, no. Who did it in 1962 while playing for the Philadelphia Warriors? Liam.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain did, yes. Twyla Tharp, Paul Taylor, Agnes DeMille, George Balanchine, and Alvin Ailey. In what artistic field are they all famous? Liam.
Music.
Not music, no, sorry. Zach.
Engineering.
No, dance or choreography. It's also called the zygomatic arch. What is this prominent part of the face? Liam.
Nose.
Not the nose, nope, sorry. Redland. LJ.
Forehead.
It's the cheek. In 1958, 1 year after the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, the United States launched its first satellite. What was it called? Liam.
Near.
No, not here, no. Oh, no. It's called the Explorer. Dorothy Latham. Oh, we won't get to that question or any more questions in this round. What a game. Elizabethtown really turned things around for themselves, and they won the match, and they are going to return for the semifinals. We hope you will return with us in just a few short moments for some final words.
Scorekeeping for WGAL8 Brainbusters, presented by Jennings College Consulting, where students discover the right college fit for the future. We'll return after this. Welcome back to WGAL8 Brainbusters, the Susquehanna Valley's longest-running high school quiz show. Once again, here's your host, Rich Rosen.
Wow, what an intense battle. Congratulations to Elizabethtown for securing their spot in the semifinals. And many thanks to Redland for their incredible effort today. Now, Elizabethtown now moves on and secures at least $1,000 from WGAL8 Brainbusters. Now, next time, the quarterfinals conclude with a showdown between Warwick and Manheim Township, a match you won't want to miss. As they say, as we complete the final spot for our semifinals. Thank you for watching WGAL8 Brainbusters. This is Rich Rosen signing off for the entire WGAL8 Brainbusters team. Until next time, remember, knowledge is the greatest adventure. Embrace it every day. So long, everyone.